for having me today, and good morning. I'm Alan Thompson. I am the acting CIO of the House of Representatives. I've been in this role for about 6 months, and prior to that was the deputy CIO here. I will talk about some of the things we've done before or just in time for the pandemic that met some of our modernization or really collaborative challenges, and then kind of move forward to some forward-looking things. And one of the things I think was just massive for us was implementing Office 365 just before, sort of going into a 100% telework posture. Doing Teams has been it's not just 365 or email or OneDrive, it's all of those things, but really Teams has been very key in keeping the office's members of Congress able to work and continue to serve their constituents. We do around 9,000 to 10,000 Teams meetings per week right now. And considering 2 years ago, we did none. So that was a really big change, and I think has been a very positive one for the House of Representatives. And I think, sort of next up was we had to solve the challenge of doing hearings and just general legislative business. And that's something that we did with some other partners, including Zoom and mostly WebEx. And some of the challenges we've had there, having remote witnesses for hearings and for markups and legislation, that legislative process, sort of making that all work, and then having our House recording studio simultaneously broadcast these to C-SPAN and to YouTube and Facebook Live and things like this. So we've done a lot to move the traditional legislative processes to online and virtual processes, and I feel like we've met those challenges quite well. And then, some more forward-looking things that we accomplished last year and early this year was bringing forms of electronic voting to the members. This wasn't used on the floor or for legislation, but more in caucuses, and could be used for committees as well. We worked with Microsoft and a technology they created called an open source called Election Guard, and so we were able to do leadership and other positional elections, secret ballot, on a mobile phone remotely, and that was a big challenge. I think we found out that our constituents, our customers for IT are quite varied in their adeptness or acclimation to using technology, and so we had to make that as simple as possible. So we were able to vote for the 117th Congress to have the Democratic caucus, for example, be able to vote for their leadership positions, and also the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, and they used a different technology called Cisco WebEx Legislate. And so we're trying to realize that some of these things may be in our landscape for really permanently. As we return to the Hill for work, eventually there may be that hybrid type of work environment that I think a lot of you are considering or are seeing. And I would say some forward-looking things we have. Several of our members run their own constituent management solution. This is a way to do email and text and other types of communications with their constituents. And we really want to modernize that to a more of a applications that have a wide and broad ecosystem of both developers and applications, and ways to develop other applications using the data within them. And so we're going to begin a big push on modernizing our constituent management solutions.
Great.